Hi, I'm Angie. I want to welcome you to National Indoor RV Centers, where we specialize in the sales, storage, service, and detailing of only high-end new and used coaches. So basically, we do it all. Hi, I'm Angie with National Indoor RV Centers, and today I'm so excited to show you the 2023 Winnebago Adventurer. Now this is going to be the 35F floor plan that we're going to go through today, but the exciting thing about the Adventurer is that it's celebrating its 30th anniversary. So they've been making the Adventurer at Winnebago for 30 years. So a 30-year proven product that I get to review today. There's even going to be a special 30th year anniversary package that you can option in, and I'll kind of talk about that as I go through the coach, but really cool stuff and how exciting that you could have a product that they've been building for 30 years. The Adventurer 30th Anniversary Limited Edition includes the following items: 30th Anniversary Recognition Emblem at the entry door, all chrome side mirrors, chrome luggage door handles, lighted chrome entry handle, WindSleep Premier Serene Foam Mattress Upgrade, captain's chairs with 30th Anniversary Recognition embroidery, heat and massage, steering stabilizer, Sumo Springs suspension enhancement, limited edition full body paint, front grille upgrade, and WineGuard 4G LTE Wi-Fi router. A few of these items you can option in without adding the full 30-year anniversary package. The Adventurer sits on the 22,000-pound F53 Ford chassis. It has a 7.3 liter 8-cylinder engine, and they refer to this as the Godzilla engine. So if you haven't given one of these a drive or a try, you need to come out to National Indoor RV Centers and do a test drive. Now, one of the things about these videos, I love doing them. If you're watching this, you're probably doing your research. So don't let your research end just with my video. You've got to make sure you pick up the phone, give us a call, and call National Indoor RV Centers. We want to help you. We want to make the buying process super easy and fun. This is a recreational vehicle. The buying process should be fun. And then the great thing about National Indoor RV Centers is that we want to service you after the sale. We want to make your RVing journey fun and enjoyable and take the hassle out of any of those things that you, storage, paint and body, wash and detail, we do it all. So one of the really cool things about Winnebago is that they listen to the voice of the customer, and they also test out their own products. So one of the things that impressed me from the very beginning, that our reps actually had products that they used, so personal experience, and then they know what's important to the customer. So the product management team at Winnebago has used this coach. So if you see there's some bugs, if you feel it's not perfect, because this coach has been on the road. It's been to Branson, it's been to Tennessee, it's been to I can't remember the other places, but guess what? It's been all over. So that's a cool thing. Tried and true and tested for 30 years. So we'll start at the very top of the coach. We'll see the antenna, that's for your AM FM radio. And then we've got the marker lights. You're also going to see the W. You'll see that throughout the coach. That's the Flying W. John K. Hansen's 6-year-old son wrote out the name Winnebago and did the W like that, and that's become their symbol. So it's really cool, and they put that throughout the coach. So I'll point that out. There's kind of some fun little things. They also do something else that's kind of fun. They have these little Easter eggs. So you'll see the little trees over here. You may even find Bigfoot in this coach, but I'm going to make you find that yourself. So then we've got this nice big windshield, automotively mounted, so it looks nice and sleek. The windshield wipers. So windshield wipers are windshield wipers, but guess what? With Winnebago, they put a steel structure in here, and the windshield wipers are mounted into the steel structure. You've got steel structure through your A-pillars, and then you have smaller A-pillars too, so it gives you more visibility as you're going down the road. So I love the Winnebago going across the front, beautiful grille, and on that 30th year anniversary coach, there's a new grille with like these cool louvers that go across the front. I haven't seen a picture of it, just heard about it, so I'm really anxious to see that. Then we've got our lights. Now, lights, these are a big deal. They're really bright LED lights. So your top two lights are your headlights. Your bottom lights are your brights, and then you've got the fog lights here. But they're, you know, as the product management team took this out, drove it at night, said that the visibility was great. So that really means a lot to RVers. As we come around the corner on the passenger side, we have our first marker light. We have our camera. So this camera is going to be really important when you put on your blinkers, your left and right turn signals. You're going to get a shot of the full length of this coach, so you can see that you're safely changing lanes. And then we've got the chrome exterior mirrors. These are internally controlled and heated. The top 2/3 are, and then the bottom you'll have to adjust yourself. There's a couple optional items for the ride and drive of this coach that you can add this year that I think are going to be game changers. So you can add the Sumo springs to the front and the back. You can also add Safety Plus, which is a steering effort that will tighten up the steering feel. So between those two items, this is almost going to feel like a Class A diesel going down the road. But what you need to do is just call your representative at National Indoor RV Centers. Our RV lifestyle specialists are here to help you walk you through what comes in that 30th anniversary special edition, what's standard, and what other things that they think are important to add. Those are a couple that I think you're going to enjoy. So I want you to notice one of the new features for 2023 are the frameless dual pane tinted windows. So it just looks really nice and sleek. And then my favorite window probably in the whole coach is right here. Most people RV, or a lot of people RV, because they want to take their pets with them. So this is really cool. Your pets can come and sit up front and look out the window as you're traveling down the road. So the Adventure comes with 4 full paint options. Beautiful exterior. I love the graphics. This is probably one of my favorite colors. This is the cool water, and then you have 3 other options you can choose from. With the full paint, you also get the protective film across the front cap. The Adventurer sits on the 235 Michelin tires all the way around, and then we've got the aluminum Alcoa Dura-Bright rims, so you just have to keep them clean and they're going to look great. Now something I want you to go check out is go make sure you watch my retro band video. Version 2 is out. It's our run flat device, sold exclusively at National Indoor RV Centers, and remember, we only sell safety products that we truly believe in. We actually tested Retroband at 70 miles per hour and had the tire blown, and it performed perfectly. So if you want to see that footage, go check out my Retroband video. Here at the entrance door, I just want to point out that Winnebago cuts this out with their CNC cutter. So it's perfect, it's exact. They cut it and then they reinforce it with aluminum and steel. One of the things about the steel that a Winnebago uses, everything, all their steel has been E-coated. So you're not going to have rust. If you want to learn more about that process, you can watch my Winnebago factory tour video. Winnebago is actually an RV manufacturer. They manufacture like 70% of what's in this coach, where a lot of other manufacturers are parts assemblers. They buy whatever parts available and then they make it work for the coach. Winnebago can actually customize so many things for this coach because they make the part. So we'll kind of talk about that as I go along as well. So we've got a nice sturdy front door, and then we have to talk about this screen door. But before we do it, I'm going to go ahead and turn off this step. So if you notice when I opened the door, the step came out. Now I always just turn my power step off so that it stays out, because I don't want to burn up that electric motor taking it in and out all the time. Kids coming in and out all the time. Even if I'm at a gas station, I keep that out. When I turn on the coach, it's going to bring that step in automatically. This switch right here, I'm just going to flip it off. Now my step is off. Now the step is going to stay extended. So as I show you the screen door, there is a sensor on the screen door. When I start to shut it, those steps would have started to go in. So definitely I have that off now. It's just going to save that motor. Now the screen door, we're going to talk about this because most screen doors I think feel really flimsy. This is a nice, sturdy, strong aluminum screen door, and I love that we have a big window in our door here. Now to block that out, all we have to do is simply connect that right there, and that's my shades down, blacked out the entrance door from inside the coach. The Adventurer comes with the Carefree awning, and there's a new cool feature that I can't wait to show you. It has me super excited. I'll tell you why here soon. So there's a couple ways that you can take out your awning. You can do it right here on the panel inside the door, or we've got the display panel, control panel that controls pretty much everything for the coach. You can also put that on an app on your phone, and you can do it from there. So I'm just going to do it from the controls here. I'm going to extend the awning. So now I've got the awning fully extended. We've got a LED light strip on that too. So I'm going to turn on the awning light, and then you can also direct those lights by just slightly extending or retracting the awning if you want to move where those lights are hitting. So this does have a motion sensor on it. That's really important. I always look at campgrounds and I watch people. I think it's interesting when people put out their awnings and then leave their coach. I would never do that. Even though it has that motion sensor, you never know when a big gust is going to come along and can really do some damage. So if your awning's out, you should be outside enjoying the outdoors. That's my personal rule. Now my favorite feature of these new awnings. So fun. So typically, let's say there's this huge rainstorm and the rain's coming and it's all puddling right here at the doorstep. That's the last thing I want. Now they have power tilt on the awning. So you used to have to manually adjust it. You could do it on the sides, but it was kind of hard, especially if you're vertically challenged, to sometimes get those adjustments just right. So now, right here at the door, I can bring down, or wait, actually I want to bring up this side because I want to force the water to come off that corner. So I'm going to raise this side, and then I'm going to bring down my other side, and now I've changed the pitch of this awning, so as the rain comes down, it's going to automatically flow out the far corner rather than the corner right here by my door. Right outside the door is the porch light, and that also illuminates a little safety light inside the coach as well. So now that we've got the awning extended and the pitch just right, it's time for some TV, right? Little football. We're almost coming into fall here. So we have our nice TV here. We have our speakers and radio. We can also send our HDMI source indoors. Like if we are playing a DVD, we can send that out to this TV. You can also Bluetooth your phone so you can play your music out here. You can also send the dash radio music out here as well. And you can play a CD here for those of us that still have CDs like me. And then we have the two USB charging ports, and you can charge from that port as well. At the very top, you're going to see a vent here. You might be wondering what that is. That's a vent for your microwave convection oven. Here's the 10-gallon water heater for the Adventurer. Then we have the exhaust for the heat. And then just above this is access to the back of the refrigerator. Now this is nice. Most manufacturers won't have this accessible to you, but this is where you can turn off the water to your ice maker. So if you're winterizing the coach, you can turn off the water there so that you don't end up with pink ice, because that's gross and then you'll never get rid of it. All right, let's check out the storage. Now before we get to storage, I want to note that we have a nice aluminum door, strong door with the new latches this year. So new, stronger latch, we can lock that. And then inside, I love that they cover the mechanism for the lock. So that's just gonna keep those locks working better longer. And notice on the door, we've got a label here. So this is one of the things that Winnebago manufactures. If something were to happen to this door, you can take a picture of that label and they're able to replace that. So it's really nice, especially in this day and age where it's hard to get things. Winnebago actually makes this, so you know your source to go to and you know exactly what you need by that label. So you're going to see that label throughout the coach. I'll try to point it out to you too as we go along. Now this is something that I've only seen Winnebago do. This is the Pet Pal. So this is awesome because say you're holding your pet and you got to keep your hand on the leash, and then you also want to just connect them, secure them to the coach. You can just push it through here and push it through, hook it to the C-ring there, and then pull it through so that it's nice and tight. And you can do that one-handed, or if you've got a latch, you can just latch them to the center there. Or you can protect your valuables. So you've got bikes you want to lock up while you go for a hike. This is a great place to lock them to the coach and they'll be secure. So we have a nice big storage compartment here. It is a pass-through. You can see I've got a table that's in this space, and I could put another table or maybe two on top of it. Really like this. And then we've got two 110 outlets, and then a spot here where we can put the cord through so that we can shut this compartment while we're still plugged in. If we're plugging in an extension cord, so that we can keep the critters out of our coach, which is super important. And then these bays are also lit. So you can turn all the lights on, and then there's a switch at the front door so that you can turn them all off and all on at the same time. All right, inside this compartment, we've got our LP tank for the coach. It's 76 pounds. You can fill it here. You also have the quick connect. I love that Winnebago gives us that, so you can hook up your gas grill and grill those hamburgers. We have our midship marker light. And then right inside here, another big storage compartment. And it's lit again, and we're also going to have the storage area that is near the holding tanks will have be heated, so it is going to help protect those tanks from freezing. So in this floor plan is a little interesting. It's a bath and a half, so you have two black tanks. So you have one that's 21 gallon and one that's 41 gallon. So this, I believe, is the 21 gallon because this is by your half bath. And so when we get to the dump station, I'll talk more about how you dump this coach, but you do have to make sure that you pull that T-bar when you are dumping your black tank. And then this is a macerator to help pump all the waste over to the sewage drain. So I'll talk more about that when we get there. I mentioned earlier that Winnebago makes their tanks in their rotocast department. So how many coaches have you seen where you get two, black tanks? Again, they're able to customize the holding tanks to this specific floor plan. They're not just getting the tank from the supplier and it's this size and that size. They can customize it to each floor plan. So I think that's really key. All right, our last big storage compartment for the passenger side of the coach. This is nice and big, just so you have an idea. The 21 inches here, but from ceiling to floor, it's 28.5, and it is 61.5 inches long, and it is 23 inches deep. So that is a nice big storage compartment. Our last marker light for the passenger side of the coach, and then inside we've got our 5500 Awning gas generator. All right, as we come around to the rear of the coach, we've got our marker lights up at the top, and then our center, right in the center of the coach, you've got a little camera. That's your rear view camera. Just below the camera, we have our high brake light, and then our lights over here on the side. These are all LED lights, so that's really nice. Again, you're gonna see us coming and going. Ladder if you need to get up and check your roof seals or your AC. And this comes prepped for solar. You can option in one panel, and then you can add additional ones yourself up to 345. That's what the controller will handle. Then we have our hitch, which is rated for 5,000 pounds. So that means that you're going to be able to tow a small car. Jeeps are around 4,400 pounds. So that is a possibility. If you have more questions about towing and setting up a tow, go watch my towing 101 video that you can see. I think you'll get a lot of good information. It's one of my shorter videos too. Next to the hitch, we've got the 7-way for our lights for our tow vehicle. And then this here is the exhaust from our generator, which is nice that exhaust is coming out the back of the coach and not the side of the coach where we're outside enjoying the outdoors. As I come around the driver's side, we have our first marker light. And then just beyond that, we've got the spot where if we're dry camping and we need to add more water to the system, we can add our potable water here. We can also sanitize the freshwater tank from here. Just below that is our wet bay. So lots to talk about in here. I'll just kind of start at the top. We've got our satellite and cable connections here. Water pump, this is where we can turn that on, and the water pump is right there. We can turn on our light, which is really nice. And then across from that, we've got the solar We can add solar here. So if say you're in a really beautiful campground, but it's nice and shaded and you're not getting any help from your solar panels, you can plug in a portable one here, thread it down through here, and then shut your door and then walk your panel out to the sunshine so you get some power from that. Then we have our waste pump. Remember, this coach has 2 black tanks, a gray tank, and a freshwater tank. So this waste pump is from the half bath that I showed you, where there is that T-bar you have to pull. So you pull that T-bar, you come over here and you pull this T-bar. You can see that the macerator line is the same as the one on the other side. And then this is going to be a gravity. This is going to come out on its own. It didn't have to have the pump. So you pull this T-bar, you're connected your stinky slinky or sewer hose here, and then thread that through this port so you can shut the door once you're all hooked up. So you're going to pull the T-bar on the other side, pull the T-bar here, pull the T-bar here, turn on your waste pump, and then you're able to dump your black tank. Once that's all done, you'll close that up, and then you can dump your gray tank, which is right here. T-bar for that. Freshwater drain back here, your cold and hot. So then also notice that this is all plastic. I like this too because I can just take my hose and squirt this all out after I'm done doing all the dirty work or before I put it into storage. Then we've got the shower here. So hot and cold for our shower, and then our freshwater inlet. So this is where we can hook up our hose and fill our tanks. And again, we can thread that through this here. And then this is our valve for our fresh water. So you're going to keep it in normal once you've filled your tank, if you're dry camping or if you're just connected to city water, and then you just turn it down when you want to fill your tank. Here is the water filter for the coach. So back here we've got our water filter changer. So you're just going to take that, and that's how you get that on and off. And they've got a nice little spot for that to hang so we don't lose it. And then our winterization valve, this is where we're going to put the antifreeze or winterization fluid in the line. Now, one of the things that you don't have to worry about if we are lucky enough to have you as a storage customer at National Indoor RV Centers is you don't have to worry about winterizing your coach. It will always be indoors, plugged into 30 amp or 50 amp service, whatever is needed. Full valet service, so you just give us a call, let us know you want to pick up your coach. 24 hours notice if you can. We'll pull it out of storage, fill your freshwater tank, check your tire pressure, and then you're off and going. And we do that at each of our locations, storing at least 300 coaches. So here's the window that will be in the rear bathroom. And then just beyond that, we've got the vent for the optional combo washer and dryer. Here's the fuel fill for our 80-gallon gasoline tank. And here is our 50 amp shore power cord. So the nice thing about this, again, you can thread that cord through here so that you can hook up to the park and then shut your door and secure everything, because again, we don't want to get critters into the coach. Black waste tank flush inlet. So you just hook up your hose here and it helps flush out your black tanks. And this is your fresh tank drain. Here's your automatic transfer switch. You may not know, if you're new to RVing, what a transfer switch does. Basically, it transfers power, so it's going to choose either the shore power or the generator. It will always favor the generator. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're in your coach, sleeping at night, huge rainstorm, and the breaker gets flipped out at the electric pole. And you don't want to get up and put your raincoat on and go flip the breaker. So you just go over and turn on your generator. So now the power has transferred to the generator. It's going to stay with the generator until you turn the generator off. It will favor the generator. So until you go, and you may go flip the breaker, if you don't turn off the generator, it will continue to pull the power from the generator. If your transfer switch ever goes out, you lose the ability to transfer power from your shore power to your generator. So it may be locked in one power source. So say I have people give me a call, they'll say they're plugged in, but they're getting nothing from their shore power, but their generator's working. Well, it's locked into that shore power mode and it's not working. So one of the things I recommend doing is getting an extra surge guard protector. You can do it on the end of your cord. If you do it that way, you take the risk of having someone steal that, unfortunately. We have to think about that. Or you can come to National Indoor RV Centers where we can hardwire one in to your electric bay here, so that you have that extra insurance or extra protection against your transfer switch going out. All right, before we finish the storage compartments on the driver's side, I just wanted to note again how beautiful the new doors and handles look. If you look at my last year's video on the Adventurer, you'll see a huge difference. So this just looks awesome, and given Winnebago accolades for making that big change. Here's the engine exhaust, and then another nice big storage compartment. Again, it's lit, has a little shelf up top, so they've given you every bit of available storage possible. Here are our 4 Group 31 Marine RV grade batteries, and these are maintenance free. Another big storage compartment here. Now this goes to the pass-through storage from the passenger side, and we've got a light, so let me light that up so you can see everything inside. You have your slide out room controllers just above here. Now here is our inverter, and if you are not storing your coach with us, or you're plugged into 50 amp service all the time, really if you're not using your coach, you want to come out here and turn your inverter off here so that you don't have any parasitic draw on your coach. Our last compartment for the driver's side. So this almost looks like it's passed through, but it's not. You can go ahead and measure it. So it is 68.5 inches deep. So if you've got fishing poles or gear, poles, whatever you need, you can get them in there. So that's really nice. And then we've got our resettable fuses here. To the left of the fuses, we have the hydraulic reservoir for our jacks. So we have our exterior mirrors for the driver's side, camera for the driver's side, and last marker light for the driver's side of the coach. All right, I've unlocked both sides of the front cap here, and I'm just gonna pull it down. So right inside, we've got the power steering fluid. Just above the power steering fluid fill is the oil fill. Oil dipstick and transmission fluid dipstick, your coolant fill, and right down here is our windshield wiper fluid. So now let's talk about our cooling package. That's what I like to call it. So these are our radiators. The first one here is for your transmission. The second one is for your AC. The one in the way back is for your engine. And then right down in front, it's sort of like the size of a small shoebox, is for your power steering fluid. Couple things to note about the radiator system. Always a good idea, as you can see this has been on a couple trips, to take that garden hose and just gently wash it off so that it works more efficiently. And then this is another cool thing that Winnebago does. So they give you this big grill here with lots of airflow, and they do that for a reason. A gas engine runs hotter than a diesel engine, so you want that ambient air, that airflow going into your radiators. They also build in these baffles here to direct that flow to the radiators. So they want to give you the most cool, clean air to maximize the efficiency of your engine. So this valve right here, it's connected to the AC radiator. And then this valve here are what we hook up to recharge your AC refrigerant. That used to be called Freon. We're just going to call it AC refrigerant. But basically, we pull it out, the fluid out through here, and then we reclaim it, and then we put it back in through here, and then recharge or add to it as necessary. And we can do that for you at National Indoor RV Centers on your annual service visit. So now that you've seen the gorgeous new exterior of the Adventurer, let's go check out the inside. Right when I walk into the coach, a few things to point out. First of all, down here, we have the battery disconnect for the coach or house batteries and for the chassis batteries. Next to it is the step power button, which we have off. I showed you that earlier. Now these buttons aren't labeled, but Winnebago is going to label them. This is for your cargo lights. So I turned those all on as we were going through the luggage compartments. Now I can turn them all on, and you see a little green light that comes on here, and I can turn them all off. So that's really nice. These two buttons are for the power tilt on the awning. So this is the left side where I can bring that down or take it up, and this is the right side, take it down or bring it up. Right below this step here is where the chassis batteries are stored. Then we have this compartment here. We've got the resettable fuses. These are great. You'll know that it's been tripped if it's popped out, and then all you have to do to reset it is just push it back in, so super easy. And then our breaker box. Just above the cabinet are our multiplex controls. So we have the awning extend, awning retract, awning light, porch light, all lights on, all lights off. This is probably one of my favorite buttons because I don't want to have to rush to the back of the coach to make sure I turned off that bathroom light. I can just hit them all on and off right here. This is the light for the lounge, for the galley, and for the hall. And then two 110 outlets are just when you walk in, so that's great for if you need them here in the kitchen or if you need something outside. Very easy to get to. As I walk up the stairs, note that I've got a really nice, strong, sturdy grab bar. It's backed into steel along with the cabinets, and I'll show you that as we go through. Now right above me, this is something unique I've not seen in another RV. This is cool thing that the product management team at Winnebago put in. So you've got little hooks here for keys. Of course, we've got our flying W again. I just love that. Here's the eye for your pre-wired satellite receiver. So it doesn't come standard, but you can add that in as an option. That's one of the things I want to just word to the wise. Make sure you call our RV lifestyle specialists at National Indoor RV Center so they can walk you through what's standard and what's optional. I'll try to say it, but they'll give you the right answer for sure. Then also in this box we have cable connection. We have our over-the-air antenna. We just push that button there. We have 3 available 110 outlets, HDMI input. We have our satellite connections, and then just above that we've got the U-Connect, which is really for your technician, and below that is the on-off button for your Wi-Fi Ranger. How beautiful is the interior of this Adventurer? So this is the organic comfort interior with Sonoma and teak with the dark ultra leather, or you can have the option for the light ultra leather. And then you have another package which is Bohemian Oasis, which you would have the lighter white cabinets with a couple of your cabinets are actually blue. So I'm super excited to see that interior package, but I just think this looks really nice. Another feature that I'm super excited to show you is this bed. So it's going to support up to 600 pounds. So that's 2 NFL linemen. So my son-in-law, and I'm sure he's not going to get up here with one of his teammates, but that's really impressive. They also test it for much higher weights, and then they downgrade it to a very safe level. So they're very comfortable with that 600-pound weight limit. They know it can do more, but they're going to advise you 600, right? Don't put more up there. And then we've got a ladder that will support 250 pounds. So I'll show you all that in a second, because I first want to show you these cubbies, these compartments. So when the bed comes down, you know, the people that are sleeping up here, the kiddos, they can store things in these cubbies, or you can use them as the captain and co-pilot. I love what Winnebago does here. They do their little Easter eggs, but this is the topographical map of Forest City. Forest City is where Winnebagos are made, and so I love that, and I'll show you the one on the other side too, because it's fun. Now inside here they've got the blackout covers for the windows. So you've got your blinds that you can just easily pull down here, and then you're going to have your front nightshade, and then there's just a little crack here that remains open, and so you just snap those in, top and bottom, and now you've got your blackout for the front area when I bring down my black nightshade. Another storage compartment on the driver's side, and this one I really love because watch our little RV. It's going from the mountains to the beach. Just the fun little things that Winnebago works in there. And then this is a nice storage compartment. And then you have your dash area speakers for captain's side and co-captain's side of the cockpit. So now I'll show you how quick and easy it is to put this bed down. It's also really quiet and fast, like all those things. So we've got our little safety latch here. I'm going to undo that. Now the bed is controlled at the control panel here midship. I'll thoroughly go through this panel in just a minute, but I'm going to go to the slide room controls, and on that page there's the bed lift. So I'm going to hit the bed lift, accept, and now I'm going to lower the bed. Watch how quiet it comes down and how quick and quiet. And it goes up just as quick and quietly. This bed measures 49 by 79. So 79 is really 6 feet 7 inches. So a very tall man or woman could sleep on this bed. And again, weight rated up to 600 pounds. And the other cool thing about that is I can bring the bed halfway down. It's still rated up to 600 pounds. Or 3/4 of the way down, still that same weight. So if you only want to bring it 3/4 of the way down and you're storing, you know, file boxes for some reason up there, it's still got that same weight rating, which is really nice. Then we've got our ladder. Again, that's rated up to 250 pounds. It just links in there, super easy. And so you can get up there. And then we've got the slats here. So this really acts like a spring form mattress for the mattress, so it's nice and comfortable. Now you're probably wondering where you would charge your devices if you're up here. There's a plug just down below next to the passenger seat that you could thread the cord up through here. And again, you've got the storage up there, the speakers, and then we've got the cargo net in the back so that nothing falls down into the dash area. And we have push button lights. And we've got the vents, so we're going to get AC up there. And then right up top here, we've got our Wi-Fi Ranger, our smoke detector, and speakers on both sides. Going up is just as quick and quiet as coming down. And then you can also stop it anywhere along the way too, if you want. Want to note the fire extinguisher right when you walk in the front door. That's key, so you can access that from outside the coach or inside the coach. Another product you need to go and look at is my Protang video. It's for our Protang fire suppression system, sold exclusively at National Indoor RV Centers. Again, we don't sell any products that we don't totally believe in, so go check out that video. So I've turned around the captain and the co-captain's chairs so that they'll be part of the living room now that we're camping, which just adds to the extra seating. They're also very comfortable, and you can see the TV from here. They also have the control here for the backrest, and then you can bring your armrest down. This lever here on both chairs is what allows you to rotate the chair, and then the driver's seat is powered backwards and forward, up and down, so you can get really comfy. And the co-captain's chair has the lever for the backrest, and to rotate the chair, it's just manual going forward and back. With the captain's chairs turned around, you may want to enjoy a snack or a light dinner up front, or you may want to use this area as your office. So you can just grab the pole. This is stored back in the bedroom wardrobe. And then the table, just place it right on there. And then you can easily swivel that back and forth. Put a nice little tray of cheese and meats there. Watch TV, enjoy your company. Love this option. Let's check out all the storage in this 35F floor plan. Now, make sure you notice these nice little baskets. The Winnebago basket, the Flying W. Things will have a place here. They're not going to rattle around in the compartment, so you get 2 of those. And then 2 more big shelves. We've got our Winnebago Bibles, manuals down at the bottom there. And then we've got nice storage above the dinette. You'll notice the steel backing there. All cabinets are backed into steel, so they're nice and sturdy. I mean, I could hang on those. And the steel there is also hiding the day and night shades. So let's talk about that. We've got really nice day shades and MCD night shades as well. So it's super easy to just pull those down, and then check out the windows. I love the nice beautiful view we have today. And then we have the windows that you just roll out. These are really nice because you can have those open during a rainstorm. So there's really nothing I love more the smell of than fresh rain and the mountain air, so you can enjoy that with the windows open, so you can even hear the rain right here in your coach. Winnebago's added the fun decorative light for the dinette, and the switch is just right here, a little toggle switch. And then we've got our high-low dinette. So there's little levers on either side here that you just press in and then pull the dinette up and out. So I can have a like higher table if I want, or I can put it back down low, and then I've got storage inside the table. I think this is a great place for cards, for games. Right here where you play all those, you know, do all those fun activities, you can store the games right underneath. And then you've got 2 cup holders. I also wanted to point out that there's a little hole here so you can thread your power cord through. If you want to use your laptop here, you can plug it in right there. And then when I go to put it back, you just push it forward and it snaps right into place. Now this dinette is also super comfortable. Again, Winnebago makes their cushions at the Stitchcraft facility. Nice and comfortable, high back. And then there's going to be storage underneath each of these booths. I'm going to remove the cushion here. Now that I have the cushions off, you can see the outlets, 2 110 and 2 USB charging ports. And then check out the amount of storage that you get underneath the seat. And we've got 2 seat belts along with a child seat tether. And we have 1 seat belt over here. Now I need to release the lever and then just push down on the dinette, our dream dinette. So now there's the base for my bed. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cushions back in. And sometimes you have to kind of like bring them both up and down together, and they just fit nicely, nice and tight. Make a nice little mattress for your kiddos. Here's an example of the label for your cushion. This is something that might get damaged if the kids step on it, or you know, your pet gets to it. So super easy to get a replacement. Now to our gorgeous kitchen. Check out this Corian countertops. Look at the pretty black backsplash. I just think that makes it look so residential. I love the lighter cabinets here in the kitchen, so it separates the space with a little bit of the insert here in the cabinet. So really nice. Big storage above. And again, with that steel backing, I'm going to be able to load that full of heavy plates if I want, although I'm probably just going to use paper. Then we have the light switch here for the kitchen right underneath the cabinet. We've got our MCD blackout shade, and we have the 2 110 outlets here, and then the 2 that were just to the side as well. Beautiful big stainless steel sink, and I do love this feature. So it has like, you can have the big sink if you need that, if you're getting ready for Thanksgiving with your big turkey. It's nice to have that big sink. Or you've got this, and it's got the little plunger in it. But I like that too. This is sort of like the sink I have at home. I really like it. And you have your cutting board that sits right inside there and acts as a sink cover too. So really nice and dual functional there. Residential faucet, and I do love that it has the sprayer on it, because with these square sinks, like I said, I have one at home, so I know from personal experience, you need to have that sprayer so you can get everything out of the corners. Then we have this big storage below. I do love this because we've got room for a trash can here. We've got the vent here for the furnace below. Storage, more storage, more storage. This is nice and deep. And then we have our big drawer here. We've got the racks that go in your convection microwave oven here. So, and then what I really like about this is that you have the option for induction cooktop or gas. So if you're at a campground where you're plugged into your 50 amp shore power, then you can use your induction heat and save your LP tank. So then if you're dry camping, go ahead and use the LP tank. Here we are at the refrigerator freezer. Now note that there's a little safety latch there. I have a whole series called RVing 101. If you're new to RVing, you ought to go and watch that. I prepare for a trip, go on a trip, hook everything up, and then the next day I break down camp, unhook everything. But I walk through a lot of different things. I also walk through with some customers that tell us how they store some of their gear and what they take along with them. So I think you'd find it interesting. I also have a checklist, pre-trip checklist that I discuss in that video series. If you want a copy of my list, just email me at Angie, A-N-G-I-E, at NIRVC.com. I'll be happy to send that to you, because this is definitely on the list. You don't want the contents of your freezer and your refrigerator spilling out when you make that sharp turn. So, nice size refrigerator. You've got the 3 bins. Nice and cool in there, and then we've got a big freezer. So plenty of room for ice cream, meats, you name it, and an ice maker. Right underneath the refrigerator is our propane alarm. So in this coach, you've got the fire extinguisher, the smoke detector, the propane alarm, and then you'll have your carbon monoxide detector. So all things to keep you safe while you're RVing. The Adventurer comes with 2 13.5 BTU AC units with heat strips, and then you've also got this nice fan here in the kitchen area and 1 in each bathroom. So here we are in the family room, storage, really nice and big cabinets there. And we've got the light switch, the cabinet. Huge window here, and then we have this huge sofa. So 84-inch sofa. So again, another great sleeping space for someone that's tall, or 2 little kiddos could sleep head and toes to toe here. These are theater seats, and they are so comfy. So I'm going to recline the seats. Oh, now I'm going to have to try to stay awake, right? Bring it back. We can light it. And they are heated. I love that. And they also have a massage feature in them. And built right into the cup holder here is a USB charging port. And then we've got a spot for our drink, of course. So we've got our theater seats on either end, or our reclining sofa. And then if we want, we can pull down this. We've got a space for food. We've got 2 additional USB charging ports. And that's on both of these sofas, or backrests. One of the requests I get from customers all the time is they want to be directly across from the TV. So this is the perfect setup. We have the theater seats, or the sofa we can lounge on, and we've got the TV directly across from us. We've got our 40-inch TV, and then just below the TV we've got a nice cabinet where we can store all the remotes. And then before that, we have one of my favorite features in an RV, and that's a fireplace. I know a lot of people think, oh, I don't need a fireplace, but I'm telling you, they're so cozy. They are the quickest way to take the chill off your coach and warm it up. They work so quickly. And you've got a remote, so you can turn it on and off from here. You can change the flame, you can set the temperature, you can even put it on a timer. So I love the fireplace option, and I love the way they've done it here. Like I said, they've given us this nice little compartment here where we can store all of our remotes, and then we've got our HDMI input here. So we can stream what we have coming from our cabinet overhead the door onto this TV, and then we've got 3 additional outlets. Above the TV, another big cabinet for storage, and then we have our control panel. So this is probably one of my, again, another favorite feature, because everything can be done here, or you can put it on an app on your phone. So here at the home screen, we can get the readings on our tank. So our fresh tank will hold 74 gallons. The first black tank is 41, gray tank is 51, and the second black tank is 21. And so they're giving those readings. Now the great thing this year is that they've changed the sensor. So they'll go down in 5% increments. So that's really nice, rather than just saying 1/3 full, 2/3 full. You're actually getting a percentile, and it's accurate to 5%. Then your fuel, you're 25% full, and your LP tank is 52% full. You turn on your water pump here, on and off. And this is where you can use your electric element for your water heater or your gas, or you can do them both together if you really want to get the hot water there quickly. Say you're going to take a shower. This will give you the levels of your batteries. So your house batteries are 12.1, chassis is 12.4, and then your power source right now is inverter. So that will change whether you're on inverter or if you're on shore power or if you're on gen. Your gen hours are 96.2, and then it will give you your weather of your local area if you're connected to the Wi-Fi router. Master light on and off, and then this is the auto gen start lockout. So say you are at a campground, you're all by yourself, you want to run your generator all day long, you could hit that so that you would kind of disregard the settings that you have for your auto gen start. Then this will show you alerts. There are none right now, so we just go back. So you go to your power. This is where you can start and stop your generator. This is where you can go to your auto gen start settings, but I'm going to show you where to set those on another page. This is letting us know that the inverter is on and we are disconnected to shore power and that we're bringing in 13 volts of solar. Chassis, house and chassis battery levels, and then we can start and stop the generator again here, and it shows us our total runtime, and we can disable or enable the generator there. Temperature settings. So right now in the front of the coach is 80 degrees, the rear is 79. I've got the temperature set for 74. I can turn my fans on here, fan auto or low fan, high fan, and then I can go to either cool or heat and return. So this is the temperature that I want to set my coach to when I return, so I can just come in and hit that. Away, this is where I want it to be at the temperature that when I'm away, or I can just put a hold on that. But this is also going to trigger my auto gen start if it goes above the 74 degrees. Then we've got our light features here. So we have our exterior, master on, and master off, and then I can just go to each section of the coach and I can dim the lights, brighten the lights. So very easy to use there. This is for our awning control, slide out controls, jacks, and bed lift. So awning, I demonstrated those earlier outside. Just hit accept and then you can retract, extend, stop. Your slide outs, now you have to have your ignition on and your park brake set for these to work. Right now, nothing would happen because my ignition isn't on. Jacks, same thing. We have to have your ignition on and park brake set. And you can take those auto level, all retract, and bed lift, park brake set, and your ignition should be off for that, and then lower and lift your bed. So this is where you can set different alarms, really customize your screen the way you want it. This is what you can do your auto gen start, so you can see that you're going to trigger it when you get to 11.5 volts. Once it gets to 12.6, it will stop, and its minimum runtime is 20 minutes. Quiet time will start at 9:30 p.m. and end at 6 a.m. And then this is where you can disable your front AC or rear AC, and your maximum runtime is 4 hours. This is where you can exercise your generator, and you can set that for certain days of the week and times. Back on the settings page, there's 3 pages of things that you can monitor and look at. Your awning, back. This one's kind of cool. Your predictor indicator. This is going to tell you how much you've got left based on how you've been using the power in your coach. So less than 1 week. And it's just predicting based on your usage. All right, we have just beyond the sofa, 2 110 outlets, our multiplex lighting system, and our thermistor. Thermistor is what communicates with a thermostat to keep your coach nice and comfortable. Now let's head into that half bathroom. So I do love that they've given us towel rack for 3 different towels here, and then a hook right inside. We've got our light switch on and off right inside, and then we've got our little flying W so that we can hang a hand towel from that. Nice storage right here in the corner, and then below that, residential faucet, our sink, and we've got some counter space too, so we can set our makeup here. And check out the storage below. Plenty of room for a garbage can. Always nice. A window so we can ventilate this area. Plus we have the fan here, and we have a vent. Pedal controlled toilet. We also have the sprayer, so if we need to add water to the toilet or if we want to just rinse out the bowl, we can do that. And then we've got the blackout shades for the window. Welcome to the master bedroom of the Adventurer. First of all, I want to just see how easy it is to close the privacy door. Then when not in use, just snap that back to keep it securely in place. We've got a king size bed here with the WindSleep mattress. They use a couple different layers of foam, so a base layer and then an internal that's sort of like a Tempur-Pedic mattress. It's really comfortable. And then a gel foam at the top so it keeps you cool, a cooling gel. So really nice high-end mattress there. And I do love just their simple comforter cover. They make this in the Stitchcraft facility along with their pillows. And then we've got the nice padded headboard here. On each side of the bed, you've got 2 110 outlets and then USB charging ports. Now what's nice about that, you've got a little flip top end table that you can put up. This is great for CPAP machines. Those of you with CPAP machines, you can put the CPAP machine there and then plug it in right there. You'll also notice that there's actually space in between the mattress and the side of the bed. You can make it. I like that they give you that extra space. We have windows so you can open those for a cross breeze, and then right underneath the bed you've got a toggle switch here. You can turn those lights on and off. You can also, so you can combine those so that they turn on and off together, or you can do just the push button so that they come on and off, and you can control those individually. And our blackout shade, so you can literally, you know, almost make it very cave-like back in this room. So if you want to sleep till noon, no problem. And we have storage above, nice big storage, and storage here on the right side of the bed, and a full-length mirror so you can check out your outfit. I always like that. Also, there's storage underneath the bed, so you just lift up. Really easy to lift up. I've got the ladder here for the bunk room. Check out all the storage in this bedroom. So nice big wardrobe cabinets, and we've got a spot here for the table top and the leg for between the captain and co-captain's chair. Drawers below. And I'll open up all these drawers just because I think it's important if you're doing your research and shopping from home that you can see how deep the drawers are, and more storage. And in this compartment you've got your HDMI connection, your satellite receiver connection. So if you want to add a second satellite receiver here so you can watch a different program in the bedroom as to what you're watching in the family room or outside, that's how you would, where you would do that. And then 2 110 outlets, your Insignia TV with your thermistor for the bedroom area, then another big wardrobe, and this has the optional combination washer and dryer. So again, one of those things you need to talk to our RV lifestyle specialist about so you know what your options are and what comes standard. And then 2 more drawers. So now to the rear bath. We've got another privacy door here, and you're just going to push down on the inside of that handle and then pull it shut. And that also at the same time is going to pull that mirror that's kind of over your bed into the walkway so you can actually get a full length view of your outfit. The important things, right? Then we have our pedal controlled toilet. Again, we've got the little sprayer so we can add water that way or rinse out the bowl. And I do love that we have the towel bar. Once again, so important that we can hang towels there to dry. We can turn on our water pump here, and our light switch for the bathroom, just on a little toggle. And I do love the window because this is a fairly small space for a bathroom. That window just makes it all the difference for me. It feels a lot bigger, and I love to be able to look outside, and very easy to just block that out with the privacy shade if you need the privacy. The back window is your emergency exit window. So we've got a nice size sink here with the residential faucet. I love the backsplash. It kind of feels cool. That's a really cool backsplash. And Corian countertop, 2 110 outlets, and then storage with adjustable shelf there. And then more storage below. We've got a nice little open pocket here. Drawer. And then we have a cabinet, and this goes all the way back around the corner. So that's nice, a little extra space. And then more space here. And a furnace. We have a nice mirror here, and then we have our safety lock for our shower door. Towel, we can hang a little hand towel there. And nice, really big shower. Like plenty of elbow space here. Skylight, so you've got some extra height. And we have the nice shower head here. We can turn on and off right there. So you can lather up and then rinse off. This is huge. This is really nice. You're gonna love the shower. So I always like to show the floor plan with the slides in. You could easily sleep on your king size mattress. There's just a little bit of the mattress that goes underneath the cabinet. Full access to the midship bathroom. No problem get in and out. Also want to mention you've got a seat belt here and a seat belt here, but you could sit and watch TV. Again, fully get into your refrigerator and freezer, so there's no excuse. You can make that sandwich or cook in that crock pot. Full access to the kitchen, dinette, tons of space in this floor plan with the slides in. Let's go over everything here in the cockpit. So first of all, I'm in my comfy chair. Also, one thing I wanted to note, with this Versa chair mechanism, if I put my chair all the way forward and make sure the steering wheel is up, I can easily spin this around. A lot of times you've got to go forward or back, you know, do all these little dance around to get it past the steering column, but they've made it super easy here at Winnebago. To my left, I've got the controls for my exterior mirrors. Then I have my overhead fans. So those are going to be great to help defrost that big windshield if needed. Then I have my nightshade, which I can put up and down from here. Again, that's going to give us that blackout effect when we shut the side windows and put the little corner piece up. And then we have the heat for our exterior mirrors. I have a cup holder, and then this is my battery boost. So super important button. If you come back to your coach and you can't get it started, you want to pull your house batteries and your chassis batteries together. Hopefully that you'll get enough power that you can then start your coach, and then either start your coach or start your generator so it can start charging your batteries. So here on the dash, we can dim or brighten our dash display. And then this is our light control. So these are our running lights, which basically turns on your marker lights, then your headlights, and then you can move them to auto. And right here is your fog lights. All right, we have the traction control button, and I'm just gonna always keep that on. There's like one scenario that you would take it off, is that if you were stuck in snow, you might need to take it off, or if you are in a location where they're requiring chains on your tires. And if that's the case, you probably really need to get south fast. So typically that's always going to be on. And then just below that, we've got our park brake release. So I can release it, and then you set it just by pushing it in. Here on the steering column, we've got the adjuster for the steering column, just up and down, and then just lock that in where it's comfortable. Here on the lever, we've got our turn signal, and then we've got our windshield wipers, and push in for fluid. So then you can also flash your brights by pulling forward, or if you want to leave your high beams on, you just push it back. These buttons control the information that you see on your screen. So you can just go back to your main menu, and you can scroll through your driver assist, settings, trip 1, and you can get the information on each trip. Go back, trip 2, fuel economy. and back to driver assist. So very simple to scroll through those, and you can get to your settings and customize your display. Then you've got your on and off for your cruise control, set, and then once you've set, you can increase your speed, decrease your speed, resume or cancel. Your horn, and then we've got our hazards right there in the center of the dash. Speaker for Bluetooth, Bluetoothing our phone in. We've got the control here for our transmission, and then this will alert us if our jacks are down and we try to start the coach. Now notice the beautiful dash. This is another one of those things that Winnebago makes, and this is all new for 2023. So I think it's gorgeous. I love the way it looks. I love how they designed it. I just think it's so pretty. This is one of my favorite features is right here. Reading lights for the driver and the co-pilot. They're just so easy to get to, and they're right in front of you. And then we've got our great display screen here. Use your finger, it's touch screen to use it, or you can go back to your home button. So XM radio, Bluetooth, phone, your rear camera, then you go back to your home screen, and then you can scroll over to the other options, USB and settings. The cool thing that they've added for 2023 is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So I can plug my phone in right here at the dash, and now Apple CarPlay comes up. So I can select that. Now I can go to my Google Maps. So I've got my navigation system. I can go to my music, my phone. So cool. Then we have a 12-volt outlet, and then we've got our AC and heat controls here, our defrost and our recirculating air. Then just below that, we've got our electronic leveling jacks. These are super easy to operate. I'm not going to demo them today just because the grass is a little bit soft where we've been sitting. So I'm going to go ahead and turn them on. You would have your ignition on or your engine on to operate these. And then you'll just hit the auto level. So you'll have flashing red lights. Once you have 4 solid red lights, then you're level. You can turn the system off. When you go to leave, you're just going to hit the retract button, and that will bring the jacks up, and you'll be ready to go. Turn off the system. Now this button right here, you can use that in conjunction with your radio, or if you want to play your music. So say you're at the campground, you can turn your chassis batteries off because you don't need those. You've got the house batteries on. You want to play the music here. So you would just flip that button, and then you could play your music inside or outside without tapping into your chassis batteries. So just below that, you've got the 2 USB charging ports and another 12-volt receptacle, little space here, and then we've got our cup holders. In the co-captain's chair, probably the coolest feature is this little feature. So kind of got your own little desk there, and it just kind of blends right into the dash when you're not using it. But you've got storage space in here, and then you just lift it up and push it right back in. Super easy. Cup holder, and then you've got your 2 110 outlets here. So if you want to charge your phone or your iPad, you can do that easily there. All right, so we're ready to take the Adventurer out on our first adventure. Really easy to drive. Don't be afraid of driving a Class A gas. Wheels are still out in front of you, so it's just like driving a bigger vehicle, bigger truck. You're 12 feet 3 inches tall. You've got your exterior mirrors to help you know where you're going. It's really a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and get started. When I get started here, I'm going to turn on my left blinker, and you'll be able to see in the screen here the full side of the coach. All right, so now we're out on the road. I just love this. You know, the vacation really starts for me when I get into the driver's seat, because I think the getting there is as much fun as the being there. Because look at this beautiful countryside that we get to see. So if you're not RVing, you're missing it. Even if you fly, I fly all the time for work, but I really enjoy a road trip and the getting there. So this is a great way to get there in this Class A gas coach. You're gonna love it. It's really easy to drive. One of the things you want to remember is you should always hug the left side of the lane that you're in. Don't always stay in the left lane because you'll get in trouble and people will be mad at you because they want to get around you. But again, who cares, right? I mean, as long as you're driving safe. let people get upset that you're big and maybe a little bit slower than the rest, because you are living the lifestyle, you're having fun. So I'm going to go ahead and get up to speed here, 55 miles per hour, and set. Now I can take my foot off the pedal and just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Now, it comes standard on the Ford chassis. Winnebago actually adds this option with Ford, is electronic stability control, so that's really nice. You also have the option where you can add the Sumo springs and the Safety Plus. So those are going to increase the ride and drive and smoothness of this coach. And yes, a gas coach is a little bit louder than your diesel coach, but you know what? It still gets you to the same place. So it's a ton of fun. Let's get started. Give us a call at National Indoor RV Centers. Like I said, we want customers for life. So not only are we going to be there for the sale, but our true relationship really starts after the sale with service. We want you to be able to call us if you have needs, and we'll take care of you. And then you're buying a great coach that's manufactured by Winnebago. They've been doing this for over 50 years. This coach alone, 30-year anniversary, that says it all. So if you watch my videos, you know that I always do the decibel reader, 71.5. So I don't think that's bad at all for a gas coach. Again, like I said, it doesn't really matter. I can still have a nice conversation with my co-captain, with my guests in the back, and then I'm still going to make it to the same gorgeous, beautiful destination. People that may be shopping for a Class A gas are coming out of a Class C with the overhang. With this, look at that huge windshield that you get. Look at that view. And then remember, I pointed out that your A-pillars are really small in this coach. So really, it's almost like you have your side view here, the big windshield, and a great view for the co-captain as well. This is a way to see this beautiful country of ours. And I think there's so many things that I've gotten to see while driving an RV, going to the AIM Club rallies, that I would have missed if I'd gone by plane. So I just think there's so many adventures out there, and I do envy, our couples that are retired, that are, they take 3 months trips at a time, or maybe they're going full time for a while, and they're marking off every state and state parks. They are really living and enjoying their retirement years, or young couples that are working remotely, so they're, in Zions, work for the day. When they're done, they're headed out for a hike. Or those families that take their kids that they're homeschooling for the year, and they're visiting, all the different monuments and things across this country, learning the U.S. history by actually being in the location where the history took place. So it just opens up so many things for you to do. I love the RVing lifestyle. So I hope you've enjoyed my walkthrough of the 2023 Winnebago Adventurer 35F. Now I'm sure you're wondering how much this gorgeous coach would cost you. Well, current MSRP is $255,200. If you want to know what I can sell it to you for, pick up your phone, make sure you call National Indoor RV Centers. We are ready and willing to help you, and can't wait to get you into the RV lifestyle, living the dream, and seeing this beautiful country of ours. Now remember, with our volume and economies of scale, RVs simply cost less with National Indoor RV Centers. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe. Also, go check out my RVing 101 series, my RVing 101 for tow packages, and then check out our new retro band video. Thanks so much for spending this time with me, and have a wonderful day.